Morning, this is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden. Says 10 o'clock. It's 40 degrees. But my wind is here. You can hear the chimes every now and then there are gusts. And when the gusts happen, it actually feels like it's 34 degrees with the wind chill factor going on. It's craziness. You hear it? Hear the gusts coming? So what am I doing today? Nothing. I thought about maybe trying to drive through the snow, create my tracks. There's the gust. Gust is cold. Anyway, I thought about driving the tracks, because that way the snow will start melting. But normally when I do that, down there towards the tip of the driveway that you can see through the trees there, I get some melt, does that make sense? And if not there, then you go over right there where you can see a little bit of the driveway that goes up the hill. There's no melt yet. I mean, just none at all. It looks just like the driveway here, which is in sun, full of snow. The part that's not full of snow right there is where I cleared part of it off when I moved the Jeep forward, etc. Yeah, it's still full of snow. So, I don't think I'm going to the gym tomorrow. I just don't think I can drive out yet. Well, I can. Don't get me wrong. I got four-wheel drive. I can drive anywhere. Just have that uphill, downhill, a couple of low water crossings, and you never know how much is ice. Does that make sense? It's like her water bowl. She'll drink out of it, and then it re-ices at night. So, don't think I'm going to make it to the gym tomorrow morning. But it's all good. Alright, well, I'm going to go back inside. Because, again, you can hear the chimes. This gust hadn't died down yet. And it's chilly. Alright, y'all stay warm. Miss Payne and I, we'll talk to you later. Alrighty, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We've actually reached a high of 50. I know, it's awesome. And, walking my driveway. You can see where Penn and I was out here walking and playing yesterday. Some of it's starting to melt. Really muddy, really slushy. And what I'm doing is I'm going to walk up there to the corner where I stay in full trees, because you can look at places like that. I don't have any melt going on. It's not been warm enough to melt the amount of snow that I've gotten. At least I don't think it has. Not enough for me to drive, basically. So I'm still on the impression that I am not going to work out on Monday. That I'm not going to try and get up and drive this at, dark 30 in the morning, where you can't see the ice, let alone, until you start slipping. Or the slush. So anyhow, let me turn the phone off so I can pay attention to walking. And I'm going to go up to where I get into full forest and just, see what it's like. But at this point, I don't think I'm going to the gym. All right, talk to you in a few. All right, I've reached my decision point. Now you can see where I walked over here on the right-hand side of the road. You can see my footsteps where it's slushy, and that's the lowest point where the water tends to drain off. The left-hand side is just still full of snow. So what does that mean? Well, that means anything that's draining is draining on the left, and while it looks cute, all that's going to re-ice tonight. So having said that, I'm going to turn the other way now. You can see where I've not walked, but you can see the little holes. See, like there's a hole there and a hole there. Again, that's where the water's draining off the hill. It's one of my ice points, and this is downhill and it turns. I know it doesn't look that steep, but this is one of those points that don't say I worry about, but that I know that the water drains here. Does that make sense? Not a lot, but it drains. Yeah, tomorrow morning this is not going to be safe to drive because the water is running, it is draining, and it will re-ice all this whole side tomorrow morning. So, and then again, you look further down, you can see the rest of the road over there. Yeah, that's just, it's full of snow still. None of it's melted off, or if it is melting off, it's all melting under the snow, and might not be safe to drive. The crazy thing, and I don't know if the camera will zoom in enough, you see the tracks? Those are probably coyote tracks. You know? I don't know if you can see them or if they pick up on film, but I see them. You know? There might be deer tracks as well. You know, the coyotes have been chasing the deer because the deer can't blend into the woods because of the snow. So I've been keeping an eye on Panda because they've been out. I've seen the deer and the coyotes. Craziness, just how it is. All right, I'm gonna go walk back to the house. I will not be going to the gym tomorrow morning. Talk to you in a few. See, those are some of the icicles I'm hanging off of my wet weather waterfall. Kind of awesome. All right, this is one of the upper levels of my wet weather waterfall. You can see it starts over there, kind of by where in the middle where the two trees are. There's a place there, and then it goes over to the left. This is the middle one, but it's just dripping right now. There's no ice on it, and then there's the lower one is down there. You know, which is typically the one that y'all get to see pictures of as the lower one. Zoom in a little. Isn't that awesome? No one is flowing, it's just as pretty. Saying it's also awesome that you got that big patch right there on the right. But if you zoom in, you can see a patch inside the rocks there. You know, where it's actually seeping out in between the rocks as well. Oops, sorry about that. All right, thought I'd share. You know, I'm not a cold weather person. I'm getting ready to go back in the house. So talk to y'all later.